Okay, so if you're anything like me, you're probably a bit bored of the lockdown situation we're currently facing. Admittedly, these are pretty hard times and we don't want to put a damper on the fact that things are tough for everyone. However, if you're feeling a bit like me, perhaps you're a bit bored of working at home now, or you're on some extended leave through your day job and Netflix has just not brought out anything new for you to kind of get your teeth stuck into something a bit different, I figured for a little bit of light-hearted entertainment, we would look at 3 cures for coronavirus lockdown boredom on coffeewithgpa.com. It has to be said, we are facing unprecedented times currently. And if you are working from home or you are on that extended leave, we might find that we're filling up our minds with things that aren't too positive right now. However, I figured it'd be really good to explore a couple of things that I really enjoy on a daily basis whilst I'm working, just to give me a little bit of positivity and things to look forward to on a daily basis. Now, this video isn't designed to make you buy anything. Ultimately, I just thought it'd be a really cool idea to share some of the things that I'm currently enjoying that you can see if it will fit into your lifestyle currently as well. So, for my 3 things to cure coronavirus lockdown boredom, I figured this is a fairly good mix of things that I'm really enjoying currently. My first cure for coronavirus lockdown boredom, coffee accessories. Now, some of these are a bit older, some of them have been tweaked slightly to be a little bit more engaging. I absolutely love this. This is my coffee tamper from Skate Reclaim Create. Now, these are made from old skateboard decks and I just found that fascinating. Being a skateboarder growing up, this really appealed to me and kind of takes me back to being a kid again, skateboarding back in Essex and just enjoying being out with friends, because we all remember what being outside was like at one stage, don't we? But this was great because it's an interchangeable top. That means that I can use my main tamper handle with a series of different bases. So I have a 58mm, a 53mm and a 49mm tamper base. Now that means that whatever device or whatever machine I'm using, I've then got the ability to interchange the handle on each of them. So rather than having a million different tampers that sometimes come with the devices, I can just enjoy using my favourite one and change the base to make it suitable for everything. Also, as another accessory, this is finally one thing I've always wanted that I've never had up until recently: bottomless portafilter. Now, there's something quite hypnotic about this, and especially when you get your grind size right for your espresso maker, this can be awesome, awesome fun. Now, it does look really cool. This is actually a handle, or a portafilter really, from the Rancilio Silvia V6. Now, you can interchange this as well. You can just pop this out exactly the same as you would a normal portafilter. I've got a double basket in there at the moment, but how cool is that? And it really is awesome fun. I've replaced this with a single portafilter basket as well, and I just kind of like the look of this one. It looks a bit more fancy, and when you actually put it in the machine to pull your shot, it really is amazing. Especially if you're at home, you're playing around perhaps with your camera, on the slow motion settings in particular. Everything just filters out at the bottom almost into one stream, and the crema looks spectacular. Now, I guess a bottomless portafilter can also be really handy when you're trying to see how accurately you're tamping your shots. Technically, what should happen is if you've tamped it correctly, the stream should come straight through from the bottom center. If you tamped it slightly off center, you'll see that the stream actually comes out from either side of that basket itself. So it's just a good way of gauging your accuracy. It's mainly just a huge amount of fun though. My second cure for coronavirus lockdown boredom, lever press coffee makers. Now, these really are awesome, awesome fun. They can be a little bit pricey as well. So the 2 that I've been using at home are my La Pavoni EN and my Rock. Now, this is really cool. This is like the ultimate coffee machine to take anywhere with you. And I travelled with this a fair amount last year. It's just a very standard manual lever press machine, which is literally just lifting up the handles, pressing down. Now, these are very, very cool, and they don't weigh a huge amount. So if you're travelling, if you're going camping in particular, I've only ever done camping twice. And one time I took this with me and it was money well spent, and it was travel time well spent as well. But this can be a great addition, and it doesn't actually take too much space in your bag either. If you want to go into something perhaps a bit more specific for your kitchen, the La Pavoni EN is absolutely mind-blowing. Now, it's not for the faint-hearted. It can take a bit of time to get used to how it all works, but the lever press function is spectacular. And as you lift up the lever, it uses a piston to suck the water through to the group head itself, and then you use pressure from your hand to push down and pour your shot. Now, you've got a boiler at the back, and you've also got a steam arm to the left. So you can make every type of coffee drink that you would normally make, but it's just a lot more manual, and it really does give you endless amounts of fun and enjoyment. The key thing for this is practice, because it's quite difficult to get right in the first instance. Kind of similar to this, but once you've got the perfect grind setting, the amount of fun you can have, or that sense of achievement of being able to pull a really good shot on a lever machine, absolutely awesome. My third cure for coronavirus lockdown boredom: coffee sent to the door. Now, this is probably something that we're relying on a lot more now. I always used to love going into a coffee shop or going into a roastery and getting a couple of bags of coffee. But as we are on lockdown currently, it's really difficult to get out and about and perhaps find that coffee that we really enjoy. However, some really great roasts are currently available on the market. Two of my particular favourite roasters, and I'll be honest, these are the ones that I tend to go to as my mainstay, as my sort of general coffee consumption: Neighbourhood Coffee and Extract Coffee. I really like these guys, and I've always had a really good relationship with them. But I do find that their coffee really speaks for itself. People aside, it's an amazing product. So this week's deliveries, I felt like I was going a little bit insane, so I had to buy as much coffee as I could just to get me through the next couple of days. We've got two offerings here from Extract. Now this one's particularly great. Now this one is from the Betty coffee roaster machine itself, and this is one of their hand-built machines that they restored at the Extract roastery. This is absolutely phenomenal. The flavours and the smells that come off of this are exceptional. So sour cherries, bourbon biscuits and cacao nibs. That is awesome, really awesome. It's about £7.50 a bag, but once it's weighed out and it's the smell from the grind is spectacular, and I really enjoyed that. I've also got myself a filter one because I'm using my Chemex a lot at the moment, and I just wanted something specific for like a filter type device, and this has been just another one of those awesome coffees that you buy on a bit of a whim. Admittedly, I didn't know a lot about this, but I really enjoy Ethiopian coffee. So when I got this one, the Banco Gatet from Ethiopia, this is just everything that you read on the bags with Extract, I find that you can pick up really easily. So in this one, the lychee and the rose, it's really fragrant, but it's very sweet as well. It almost smells a little bit like Turkish Delight with a chocolatey twist on it. It's beautiful. And then something that I got really excited about as well, really excited. This took me back to my first coffee experience. Neighbourhood actually released a Dimtu coffee from the Guji region. Now, I love the Guji region itself. I know it's not strictly a region, but that part of Ethiopia, part of the Sidamo region, I think it is so full of fruit. It's really pineapple-y, it's really full of like brown sugar and sweetness. And when I saw that they'd released a Dimtu, I haven't seen any Dimtu coffees on the market for about 2 years. So this was really exciting. But if you haven't tried a Guji coffee before, I would say it's well worth trying as an actual espresso shot, because you really get to taste everything that's inside the beans itself. It's miraculous. It really is something that you can enjoy a huge amount. This particular one's great. This is the Brew Let the Dogs Out, and they do have cool names on them as well, but that's money well spent. So I think for the two of these were about £7.50 each, and this one was £30 for a kilo bag, but they are currently doing a special offer where you can get 20% off, so it makes it about £24. So all of the links for these things are in the description below. If you found this video useful, if you found it's given you a little bit of hope in an otherwise boring day, please give it a like, please give it a thumbs up, please leave your comments as well. If you've ever used any of these, Let me know what you think of it, because I'd love to hear what you think. Have you ever tried any of these coffees as well? Or are you a bit sad like me and you travel with some slightly peculiar objects? I'd love to hear from you, and this is a really good opportunity as well to be a big united front, because for all of us, we're kind of away from the people that we speak to on a daily basis, and it is quite tough. But we're hoping to get through this as unscathed as possible. I really do hope you're all keeping safe and you're all enjoying that time that you get to spend with your family and loved ones, and maybe that opportunity to be at home a little bit more in the short term as well. So I can't wait to see you all again very, very soon, and enjoy your coffee. Take care.